Hi, welcome Cancer to my channel. I'm going to be doing a reading for the Sexual Magic Tarot, and I'm not going to be using the traditional meaning of the cards even though they're on there. I want this deck to be used for something entirely different, just for I guess the sexual magic, not really the tarot part, but it doesn't really matter why I'm even saying this, because I'm just going to say whatever comes in or whatever I pick up from the reading. I'm going to do 3, 1. Two. This doesn't want to come out. I can feel it already. 1. First card is Desires. Second card is Fears. Third card is Outcome. Oh my gosh, we just got this in the Gemini reading. Okay, so let me get down now. I have to sit up to shuffle because of the tables. You can see where the table is, so it's a little uncomfortable. Okay, let's see. What am I seeing for Cancer in Desires? Okay. Either you or the person you're dealing with is desiring attention. They're feeling like they're not being seen. They are pretty much in your face like, hey, how you doing? See me? I'm right here. There's a nurturing, they want to be nurtured, or they want you to dote on them, give them attention. Now this is either what the Cancer wants or the person that Cancer is dealing with, or this could be in any way you apply at workplace. You're not putting enough attention into your job. It's kind of like right there for you. All you have to do is take it, and you're not. So it's kind of like and maybe you're in your head like, why isn't this happening for me? But it's literally right there. Like everything you want is right there, and you just need to take it. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting that it's presented for you beautifully on a table right in front of your face. You could have this too. You're probably even talking about like, why is this not working out for me, or being jealous that other people have something that you want, but it's there. Like you just have to make the steps towards it, make that decision, pick it up and take it, action toward it, or the actual action of just taking it. Because I feel like it's there already. Like it's there. There's something holding you back from actually just taking it. I didn't even get to the fears yet. But the desire, I'm getting there's a desire for something that you already have. And I hope that makes sense. There's a desire for something that you already have, but you're just not taking it or seeing it. Let's see what the fears are. The fears are that you're just not going to be happy. That making this choice, there's something in the back of your head that you're unsure if this is the direction you need to go in. It's like the arrow is pulled back, you're ready to shoot, and you're just not sure which direction you want to shoot it in. Maybe you're at one of those like decision points in your life where like this decision changes everything down 2 paths, but the 2 paths are very different paths, okay? and you're just not sure which path you want to go down, or you're scared that whichever decision you make might not be where you want to be, or if you take it, there's no turning back. You know, like you want it, but then you're like, it just changes everything in your mind. Like it changes everything. And either that is how you are feeling, or a situation you're dealing with, or the person you're with is feeling that way, or the situation you're dealing with is presenting with that energy, where it's like all set, ready to go. I'm talking everything. It's there in front of you for the taking. It's like all you have to do is take the step. Maybe it's down the aisle. Maybe it's having children. Maybe it's a job, or a position at a job or something, but it's like right there, just like laid out right there. Like all you literally have to do is like pick it up and eat it, or pick it up and take it in your pocket. But there's something about it where you're just like, oh my gosh, am I really ready for this? Can I do this? Is this really what I wanted? What if I do this and then I change my mind? What if this isn't really what I wanted? Do I really want to subscribe to whatever this person is wanting from me? Or do we have the same vision? Or there's something about vision here. Or maybe you have, like, there's a similar vision, but it's actually really different too. And you're worried that the differences between the two are it's going to fall apart. Or that if you ignore the differences between the two, that it is going to fall apart. Hold on. What? Okay. Or you're worried about the differences between the two, and that it is going to fall apart. It's like you already know it's going to fall apart. And then you're going to be asking yourself, like, you're going to be having that moment where, like, I knew this was going to happen. Why didn't I listen to myself? Or why didn't I just say something? Or why did I even bother? Or why? There's a lot of like that, but you're already there in your mind with the downfall, or how it's going to fall apart. I don't know. It's like, it's there. You want it. It's something you've thought about your whole life. And now it's in front of you, and you're not sure it's actually what you want. It's like you ordered the chicken for dinner, but you really wanted the steak. But you're like, oh, I like chicken. Yeah, this sounds good. The person that you're with, or the situation, also is like, yeah, this is good. This is good. I like the chicken. This is good, or whatever. And then you get it. And then once it's there, you're like, oh man, I should have got the steak. I really did want the steak. Why did I say the chicken? Because you like the chicken too. They like the chicken. But now you're just like, why am I doing what they want to do? Like, I actually really wanted the steak. So you're like questioning yourself. But it's making you see. The differences. It's making you see the differences. And if it's worth it, are these differences so great that it's going to like fall apart? Or are these differences just fear and anxiety getting in the way? But for some reason, I'm feeling that you've already made your mind up that it's negative. Like, it can't be positive. Like, nothing good is going to come from it. And then you're going to be sitting there already in your mind, starting over, wondering why you did it. You knew this was going to happen. And I want to say it's almost like you're projecting it onto your partner, like it's their fault. But you're already doing that in your head. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but like you're already in your head saying like, I did it for you, or I did this because this is what you wanted. Not taking ownership or accountability for you at all, kind of just putting it all on them. when you can, I mean, it's in front of you, right? If you ordered the chicken and you wanted the steak and the chicken comes out and you're like, you know what? I want the steak. You can send the chicken back and get the steak, okay? But it's like, instead of you taking ownership over that and keeping the chicken or sending the or getting a steak, it's somehow their fault. It's their fault that you didn't get the steak and you kept the chicken. But you could have easily did what you wanted or what would have made you happy. But it's like, there's not even a freaking conversation about it. It's like internal. Like you're eating the chicken and in your head, you're flipping out or cursing somebody out about the steak. Like you're building resentment over the steak when you could have got the steak. There's something about not showing up 100%, okay? That you're not 100% exposing yourself and it's like hidden. Now this could be feelings, emotions, thoughts. It could be a background. It could be religious differences, spiritual differences, just day-to-day life differences. It could be career, conflicting. There's so many things here. Lifestyle differences, two totally different people. Okay. And it's like, nobody's talking about it. And this is kind of a little bit like the Gemini reading. But here, you're not being accountable. It's everybody else, never you. It's everybody else is the problem, never you. Okay. So you're either the chicken person or the steak. You'll know who you are. You might not admit who you are, but you know who you are. Okay, so for the outcome is, yes, okay. The lesson here is you need to learn to be vulnerable, let your guard down, and speak how you really feel, because you pretending to be all cool and calm and collected on the outside, it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn your steak. You're gonna get the steak and it's not gonna be good steak, okay? And then if your steak wasn't good, okay, say you sent your chicken back and you got the steak and the steak came out and it wasn't good, you wouldn't admit it. You wouldn't admit it. Somehow you would still make it out that it was their fault that your steak came back burnt because you should have got the steak in the first place. That is the energy of this. It's like, you do no wrong. It's everybody else. You're cool. You got it together. You're collected. You present that way, very even, very... But really inside, you're a freaking mess, and you'll never show that or say that or speak that out loud, and you need to. You need to, because if you just keep projecting onto the other people in your life or acting like everything's good, fine, it's all going to fall apart, okay? You're never going to be happy with anything that is in your life because you're not speaking out right now about the decisions you need to make and what's best for you, how you really feel. And maybe if you just say it, if you just admit it, if you just let yourself be seen, it can change in such a big way. But it's like you're too cool for that. Too cool. And I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this resonates with you. Either this is the Cancer I'm talking to, or it's the person that the Cancer is dealing with. So like the theme of this reading, you have a choice too. If you see this reading and it resonates with you, and this person's not speaking up, or this doesn't resonate with your energy and this person you're dealing with, you have the power right now too to open up the conversation before these steps are taken or that next move is is made, to put it all on the table. Talk about, like, to make sure that they know that they have a choice. And if they do and it's not the same as yours, like, now is the time. Now is the time. It needs to be had now before it's too late and all the resentment and all of that builds and you change your mind and they're like, what are you talking about? I thought we were on the same page, that this is what we both wanted. and the other person's like enraged, like, no, you never asked me that. Because see, that's the energy I'm getting, is that it's always somebody else's fault. They may be feeling this way and they think you should ask them. And if you don't ask, it's like you don't care. And they're just subscribing to what you want to do, but they're totally giving up their power. But it serves them in some way. I don't know how to explain it. It's like they like they're comfortable in the role of like the victim. Or it's served them in the past where it's just like, oh, well, no matter which way you roll the dice or which way you go, somehow it's never their fault. They were always doing what you wanted to do. So if this is the person that you're dealing with, now is the time for you to speak up, say something, lay it out on the table, have the conversation, so that if it does go forward and this falls apart, you can say, I asked you about it, or you can say, I want to have this conversation now before we move forward so that it doesn't fall apart. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Because if it does, you can still say to them, why didn't you say something when I asked you? So instead of them making you out to be the one or projecting it onto you, you can be like, no, I asked you and you were good. I made sure we were good. And I feel like this person needs you to ask them. They need you to ask them because they're not going to say it. They might act out in other ways. They might be short, their temper, but they're not going to say it unless you are. It's just like straight to the point. Is this how you feel? Is this what you think about? Is this what you want? That you need to ask, or but you'll never know. You'll never get the answer because they're never just going to come forward with it. And it just is going to build resentment in them, I feel like. There's going to be this energy of somebody's too cool. Somebody's got comfortable being too cool, and then when it all falls apart, playing victim. So whoever that is in this dynamic, the other person needs to confront them and have an open conversation. It may get ugly, it might get heated, but it needs to happen now. That's what I'm getting. And I hope this resonates with you, Cancer. Good luck, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.